our special guest for this evening, Brad from Dollar Diplomacy here. Brad, welcome to the show.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing well, and this was probably just want to say before we get into it, this was probably the quickest interview we've set up in our show's history. It took
really?
15 minutes that night when me and you were
seriously, man. I found out one of my friends. It was Jess Chiswick. She was on doing something. I'm like, oh my god, I need to find out something about that. And then, I messaged you, you messaged me, we set up a date, and boom. I'm like, well, that was quick.
15 minutes, as I said, about 15 minutes.
Seriously, I think it was like from 7 to 7:15. I'm like, well, I have an interview. That's sweet. It's going to be cool, man.
Again, thank you for taking the time.
Oh, really? No problem.
Let's start out. How did Dollar Diplomacy get started?
Well, I wasn't even involved with it, to be honest, but I'll just tell the story. So what happened was our guitar player, John, and our drummer... guitar player Tyler. Wow, they're gonna kill me. Drummer John. They've been friends for a while, and they were jamming, And I was brought in to do like some vocals on a project they were working on, and just the timing didn't work out. So, it was when I was separate ways, but we always remained friends. And then, you got a bassist named Andrew in the mix, and then they finally called me up, and they were like, "We need you to do vocals," and I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'll do it." And we jammed and just gelled. You know what I mean? And that was about a year ago, and we just been going strong and just playing everywhere around Buffalo, really getting a good name for ourselves, and just never stopping. Always got to keep working, you know what I mean? So it's cool. It's a good ride.
How did the name of the band come to be?
That, people think it's some political thing, like where if you don't even know who we are, we're just like, oh my god, they're just like capitalists or something like that. I'm like, no, nothing like that. John just heard about it, the drummer, and he goes, that sounds cool. And I'm like, okay. I mean, the name was already there when I came in. I just thought it was a cool name, and they were like, yeah, John's like, yeah, man, it's a really cool name, yeah. So, we just did it, and it was boom. There you go.
What type of I heard you guys a couple weeks ago at the Waiting Room.
Yeah.
Great show.
Oh, thank you.
You guys seem to have different styles of music you'd like to incorporate in your songs. What are some of the styles you'd like to incorporate?
Well, I mean, like whenever we're not like one of those bands that is just, as you said, just have one genre with a little bit of everything, which is cool. But at the base, we have a very blues foundation. Everything that we work off of is based around the blues and blues scales. But we branched off into modern rock, hard rock, classic rock, a little bit of everything, and we just love every type of music. You know what I mean? And we try to incorporate that, and just whatever we feel, we just put into it, and some work, some don't, but the things that work, we think works pretty well. So crowd really loves it. It's cool.
You're one of the bands that doesn't have a rhythm guitarist. You just have one guitarist. Is that kind of tricky to figure out how to combine lead and rhythm parts into one with the other parts into a song?
Not really, because the things that we do, really it just gels very well with one guitar. Let's say if Tyler's not playing like the rhythm of the song, Andrew, our bass player, just comps it very well on the bass. He does the chords and when Tyler's soloing, but it's really, I don't know, a lot of people think things that sound much more fuller with two guitars, but I'm gonna be honest, like when we're on stage, we think it sounds great with just one guitarist and one bassist, drummer, and singer. And I mean, Zeppelin did it; they did pretty well. The Who did it; they did pretty well. So we're digging it. There may be sometime down the road where we're like, oh, it would be really cool to add another member, but right now, we're just doing good. We're feeling good, man.
Feeling good. How's it been being a part of the Buffalo music scene?
Buffalo music scene is really cool. I mean, we really don't fit in anywhere, and that's okay because we have some awesome bands in Buffalo. Anywhere from pop to metal, punk, anywhere. I mean, we're kind of like in our own little category, which is really cool because when it comes to shows, we can really just be put anywhere and just be like, hey, go to town. You know what I mean? So it's cool, but it's always interesting trying to find different bands that kind of sound similar to you because you're like, oh, you're cool. Come, let's be friends. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But I don't know. It's pretty cool. Always trying to find different people. It's cool.
What are some of your favorite Buffalo bands that you like listening to or like to see perform?
Buffalo bands? Let's see. Well, one of my favorite bands is Breckenwood. We've had the pleasure of playing with them a couple times. We're playing with them next Saturday at Broadway Joe's. They're an awesome band. There's a band called Whole Company. They were really cool. They were a really good punk band. Ritual Walk, they were really, really good, rock band. Love playing with those guys. Crash Fuse, they were a really, really good band. They're like pop, rock, alternative. They were really, really good. And the lead singer's dad was actually my 5th grade teacher, so I have to say that. But, no, they're good. They're awesome people. Trying to think who else. The Limeline's a really good band. Sack Lunch is a really good band. Every band that we play with, we've been very impressed. Buffalo has a lot of great bands out there that really should get more recognition than what they've been getting, and I hope they get it, soon, because they deserve it. They work hard.
Do you believe the Buffalo music scene is on a rise, that we're going to see a lot of bands hopefully take that next step to become a national type of act?
I think any city has that possibility. I think it's a cliche statement to be like, oh, if you're not from, like, New York or L.A. or Chicago or New Orleans, you're not going to make it. It all depends how hard you work to get your name out there. Like, look at the Goo Goo Dolls. They're from Buffalo. Freaking, they were from, West Seneca, and look what they're doing now. But, it all depends on the work that you do and the time that you put in and how hard you want to work and how many hours you don't want to sleep. You know what I mean? So it all depends on that. It's cool.
How many times a week does Dollar Diplomacy get together and practice new material or rehearse for shows?
Well, with school and everything, because Tyler and I, we both go to Fredonia, John goes to DUville, and Andrew is still in high school. So it's maybe once a week, once every other week sometimes, just because of time. But, in the beginning when we first started, we were getting together once, maybe twice a week just to really gel and get material out there. But anytime we get together now, it's usually just to work on new material, just because we've been playing a lot of songs that we've been playing for like a year now, and they're really, we feel solid with them, and we really don't feel like we need to, like, practice as much, you know what I mean? I mean, if there's some kinks in there we need to work out, we'll do that, but a lot of it's just new material and just trying to get as many new songs out to the people as possible.
How's the process in writing a song for your band? Is it like you just come up with a vocal and like everyone else tries to bring a sense of how it should be rhythmically, or is it all just, or does everyone come up with an idea that just fits and you work around that?
Every band's different. Some people will actually record the song themselves and bring it out in a demo and show everybody. We're not like that. Like, what we do is we'll get in John's basement. That's what we practice, in John's basement. And Tyler usually like has a riff, and we'll just jam on it. You know what I mean? We're like a jamming band when it comes to writing songs. Like, he'll play it, we'll jam it out. Yeah.
So you get into like a 20-minute groove sort of thing?
20-minute, 15-minute, 10-minute, it's really just whatever. Like, he'll play a riff, and then I'll come up with a melody inside my head, and, sometimes it sounds good, sometimes it sounds really bad. But, trial and error, man. I mean, it's it's one of those things where one night we'll write 2-3 songs, in a matter of 2 hours, because we'll have a good night, and then the other night we'll write half a song in 2-3 hours. It all depends, but we want to make it as organic as possible, and when I say that, I mean, like, we just want to make it natural. We don't want to force it. If we're not feeling something, we'll just move ahead and come back to it, when we feel ready to come back. We don't want to make it sound forced, because if it sounds forced, people are going to know and be like, oh, what are you guys doing? You know what I mean? So, that's our process. It's fun. Sometimes frustrating, but mostly fun.
What's your process? What process do you go through as a lyricist in trying to come up with lyrics?
For me, it's really, I've noticed that when I write songs, usually the first thing that comes out of my mouth is really, my favorite that I come up with, because it's the first thing that I thought of. You know what I mean? Like, if I hear something and I sing something, I'll be like, oh, that's how I feel about it. Sometimes, usually it works. Sometimes, I'll have to just keep working at it. But usually, I'm very, like, in the moment, and then I'll leave it, and then I'll come back. And most of the time, I really like, what I come up with. But I really like to, especially when we get into recording, I really like to have it as perfect as I like it. And I'm not a perfectionist by any means. I don't believe in that. I just feel like, when you feel confident enough, you're like, yeah, this is solid. I like this. I think the people will like this. It's really, some songs take 5 minutes to write. Some songs take 5 months to write. It's weird. It's sometimes a pain in the butt, but to get what you want, you have to be diligent and willing to really go after it.
And who are some of your influences in your for a singer? Like, who are some of your influences?
I really like Madonna, man. It's funny because I actually first started playing cello. So I got into the whole classical thing, which you're getting into right now, which is awesome. I think it's sweet.
Yeah.
I think it's sweet, but then I started playing drums, and Tommy Lee and John Bonham were the two people that I was like, I was like, yes, it was so cool. But singing wise, some big influences I have, Miles Kennedy from Alter Bridge, and he also goes with Slash. That guy is Superman. That guy is so good. Corey Taylor from Stone Sour Slipknot. Brent Smith from Shinedown. I'm a huge Michael Bublé fan. I'm a huge Justin Timberlake fan. I'm a huge Josh Todd fan from Buck Cherry. I don't know if you listen to them. Brendan Urie from Panic! At the Disco. I really have a range from everywhere. It's just I listen to a little bit of everything, so I take a little bit from what I listen to and try to put it into my vocals and how I write songs. And I'm a huge YouTube geek. So what I'll do, I'll literally just sit at home or wherever I am with my laptop and watch interviews on YouTube to try to learn as much about, my influences and my idols to kind of not copy them, but see what works for them and be like, oh, that might work for me, and then I'll take a little bit of everything and try to make my own. You know what I mean? But no, I have a little bit of everything, anywhere from, as I said, Slipknot to Justin Timberlake. It's
that's quite a variety.
It's quite a variety, man. It's cool, but it's a lot of fun. I like it.
What are some influences for the band in general?
Zeppelin. When we actually first started playing together, we just did Zeppelin covers because when, John is a really big, he loves Nirvana, he loves the Foo Fighters, Tyler loves Zeppelin, and he's more of a really classic rock fan. He loves Jefferson Airplane. He's a big Dave Grohl fan from the Foo Fighters, Zeppelin, modern bands that he likes. He loves a band called Clutch, and the poster right behind you, he loves Fleet Foxes. Awesome band. When I saw that, I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna be so mad he's not here. But for that, and Andrew really listens to a little bit of everything too. I mean, we just have a wide variety of stuff, and but when we all break it down to one, it's Zeppelin. We love Zeppelin. Zeppelin's a lot of fun.
Do you take any influence from the Buffalo bands that you see?
I'm one of those guys where if I see something that people are doing, I'm like, man, that works, but I'm not gonna copy them. But I'm just like, you know what, that works. I want to talk to them and see, be like, what are you guys doing to make it work? You know what I mean? I just try to take a little bit of inspiration from everywhere and just try to fix something that isn't working for us and see if we can make it better. You know what I mean? We're always trying to improve. We're never satisfied with what we have. We may be happy with it, but we always just want to keep getting better and improving. And Buffalo, we live in Buffalo. We can take our influences and inspirations right from here. So it's a lot of fun.
We're going to talk more with Brad in just a little bit here, but we're going to play a song of Dollar Diplomacy's. It's Big Bad Wolf here on the record store on Hawk Radio. Dollar Diplomacy member Brad here.
Hello.
Brad, in seeing your show a couple weeks ago at the Waiting Room, you guys bring a lot of high energy. What's with that?
Lot of caffeine, man. No, it's I don't know. We're all guys where when we go to a show, we want to see we don't just want to hear awesome music, but we want to see a live show. And we want to see energy, and we want to see people get into it and crowd participation. So we're all about that, and we just love getting into it and having fun. And it's basically personally for me, every time that I go up there, I just feel like, okay, I got to perform like it's the last time I'm ever going to do it. I got to go 110% all out. Don't hold anything back. You know what I mean? And it's just fun. You put a lot into it.
Yourself personally, you were just high energy the way through. How do you try to maintain that throughout a show? I've always been I did cross country when I throughout my high school, so I've always had the endurance. So, and it's just working out constantly, running, just keeping yourself in shape. Because, whether we're performing for 30, 40 minutes or 2-3 hours, I try to keep the same level of energy the whole way through. And you have to pace yourself. It's all about pacing. You can't just go out there on song one and just have no energy after that. That would not be good. So it's just, trial and error, see what works, and just keep it in shape. You just got to
keep your body healthy, eat healthy, and drink a lot of tea with honey. There you go.
Do you guys have any routines or superstitions you guys do before the show?
I'm weird. Every show, no matter what we do, I take an hour from our set time and I go out by myself. And whether it's outside or like somewhere private, I just like do vocal warm-ups and just get the voice pumped and ready to go. And because when I hit that stage, I just want to be fully warmed up and, got to do what I got to do. I don't want to have to warm up while I'm singing, it's not the way to do it. But for me, it's just leaving, being by myself for like an hour. We don't really have any superstitions really. I mean, we just chill, hang out, interact, see how everyone's day's going, and just talk with the fans before the show and sell merch. And, we take like 5-10 minutes before our set time and get ready to go. But other than that, nothing really. Just get ready to go, play a song. Oh, yeah.
How important are the fans for you guys?
Without the people supporting us, we wouldn't be anywhere. And I know it's such a cliche thing to say because everyone says it, but it's true because, you could be making song after song, but without the people supporting, buying tickets and buying merch to help support you guys support us to do what we want to do, we wouldn't be anywhere, and it's all about, and I'm one of those people personally, the whole band does it, but like, before and after the show, just talking to the fans that paid to come to see you as much as you can, because you want to make them feel welcome and not just be like, oh, we're here, you over there, go away, It's like, we're going to talk to you guys for like 5-10 minutes, see how your day was, see if you enjoyed the show, and fans are everything, man. It's cool. I love fans. They're nice people. They haven't thrown anything at us yet, so we're good.
That's an important thing.
That's a good sign.
That's good, because I'm allergic to wheat, so if they threw bread at me, I would think I'd faint or something. I don't know what would happen.
You've harbored. We talked before the show. You've dealt with some personal stuff in your life that's helped shape you. Can you just explain to our listeners what?
Well, my girlfriend yells at me all the time, so that's number one. But no, I'm just kidding. Well, I'll be 20 in January, and about 7 years ago, when I was 13, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Weird story. I was on my way to the Outer Banks, and 30 minutes before we were at our destination, tested my blood sugar. It was over 700. It's really bad. And so we went to Virginia by ambulance. That was pretty cool. By ambulance. And I felt like a celebrity or something. And, I was diagnosed with that there, and then that started that process. And then like 6-7 months later, I was diagnosed with celiac, and yeah, so celiac, if you don't know, is I can't eat any wheat, barley, rye, or some oats. So finding things I can eat was tough, but I just eat a lot of fruits, vegetables, meat, poultry, fish, just a little junk in there. You gotta spread it around. But yeah, man, it's just a lifestyle now. Same thing with you. You had stuff wrong with you, and you just dealt with it, and it's part of your lifestyle now. It's really just an everyday routine. Get up, take my 4 pills. It's cool. Not bad.
No,
it's a routine.
It is, and
it's not bad.
And are you always open to people who ask you about what you've gone through? Are you always comfortable with them talking about what you went through and maybe giving some advice?
Oh yeah, it's something that's a part of me, and I really don't. I love telling people my story because I love telling people, informing people what it is and educating them on it, but also letting them know, you can't really take anything for granted. You really have to really love every little thing that you do and appreciate everything that you do because, one moment it may be gone. So, you just have to live in the moment and don't really think too much down the road and just take care of yourself, be responsible, and yeah, for me, I can't eat anything or I'll faint. You know what I mean? That'd be bad. Yeah. I don't want that.
No, no one wants that.
Gotta take care of myself, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. What do you take as inspiration when you're writing a song?
Inspiration? Do you mean like musically or like...
Or personally.
Personally?
Personally or musically or just... Like do certain events help shape what type of lyrics you write in a song?
Well, I know, some of our songs, I usually just take inspiration of what I think the song should be about by what the musical aspect is. You know, if I hear, like, a riff, I'm like, ooh, you know, this could be a cool story for that, because I love telling, like, stories, but I love telling parts of my life, and we have, probably the most personal song I ever wrote, we have with the band is called Disarray, and it's just about being outcasted and feeling like you're outcasted and not appreciated, but, you know, it's just rising above that in a way. It's actually one of my favorite songs to perform, and, I mean, I take a little bit of both. A lot of life inspiration, you know, comes along my way, but I don't know. I mean, it's not one of the things like, I'm going to write a song about diabetes. You know what I mean? It's nothing like that. It's just, if something significant happened in my life that I want to write about, I will. You know, but it has to be something, I guess, that I would want to express in song. To be like, I have diabetes. Woo, insulin. You know, I don't think that would work.
No.
So, yeah. Whatever works, man.
What are your hopes? Do you hope to tour with Dollar Diplomacy in the near future?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this band is not, for us, it's a hobby, but it's also something that we want to shape into a career. And, you know, music is our biggest passion, and that's what we want to do. And hopefully, you know, possibly next summer we can branch off into maybe do a show down in, you know, over in Rochester, down in PA, just to start branching off. You don't want to go full-fledged with your first tour to be like in Ohio and then Massachusetts, everywhere. You really got to take it step by step and be like, who are you? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And, you know, you just have to take baby steps and little by little start adding up, and you just got to put the time in. You know, it all the guys need to be into it. If 3 guys may be into it, but if one guy's not feeling it, it's really not going to work. So hopefully in the future, yeah, next summer, hopefully that's what we're hoping.
Do you go to, like, other festivals that go on, like Warped Tour that comes around, or any other festivals in the Western New York area, and promote your stuff?
Yeah, I mean, Warped Tour, we've never really promoted anything there. I actually didn't make it out to Warped Tour this year. I've gone at, like, every year besides this year. Love Warped Tour, but we go to a lot of local shows. There's really not, I mean, obviously festivals when they happen, we're there, but we just go to local shows and just promote, get the people knowing about us and get them interested, and, you know, because we're a different band out there, you know, not a lot of people, as I said, in Buffalo sound like us, so it's pretty cool to get people interested. It's not like, oh, you know, I've heard this before. It's like, oh, no, it's something new, it's something fresh, and, yeah, that's what we like to do. It's fun.
We're going to have more with Brad in just a little bit. We're going to play now R.E.M., Orange Crush, Rock, Elton John here on the Record Store on Hawk Radio. Before that, we had The Police and Can't Stand Losing You. Before that was No More Mr. Nice Guy, Alice Cooper. And then leading off this last block was Orange Crush by R.E.M. You're in the Record Store here on Hawk Radio for this Monday evening. I'm Mark Morris. Chris Jackson is along recording today's show for our interview today with Brad from Dollar Diplomacy. Just want to give before we continue our conversation with Brad here. I know he's waiting anxiously to continue on here. But we gotta do a little station identification for other programming here.
It's cool, man. I can hold it.
Top of the hour ID.
Coming up at 8 o'clock, we have DJ J. Erica and her show, The Connection, from 8 to 11 p.m. It's here every Monday and Wednesday evening here on Hawk Radio. And then our other shows on Tuesday and Thursday evening with Against the Grain from 6 to 8 p.m. and Nerd Fighters Unite from 8 to 10 p.m. all here on Hawk Radio. And again, you're here in the Record Store this evening with Brad from Dollar Diplomacy. And
hey.
And Brad, you know, what type of music do you like listen to in your spare time, like on your iPod or just on your computer on YouTube?
Like generally, or just like right now, like what I'm listening to right now?
Like right now, and whatever generically you like to listen to.
Well, right now, let's see, because I collect CDs, so I'm a CD fanatic. So the CDs I really got going right now, the new Alter Bridge record, Fortress. They're like my favorite band, so I love that band. Also, the new JT record, Justin Timberlake, the new Panic at the Disco record, Sick Puppies, just saw them last week. I love those guys, they were great. Got Sick Puppies going right now, Avenged, Sevenfold, Stone Sour, Shine Down, it's a little bit of everything, but those records I listed, that's really what I'm listening to mainly right now. It's cool. A little Motown in there as well. Can't hurt.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
What Which national act would you like to open up for, or like be as an opening act for them?
Can I give you like 2 hours?
Give as many bands as you can.
Oh man, Alter Bridge, Stone Sour, Shinedown. There's a band out there right now called Heaven's Basement. They're from the UK, and I would really like to open up for them because those guys are sweet. Really, just any band or act. Really. I mean, besides those couple I listed, just any band that would really get our name out there and have us just learn. I mean, they do it all year long, so just to learn from them would be awesome.
Is there one act that you would want to cover any of your material?
Well, we do a lot of Zeppelin, so I'm not even going to say them. I've been dying to get them to do an Alter Bridge song. Like Rise Today would be a fantastic song. Even if we do it acoustically, I don't care. I just want to do it like an Alter Bridge song. I think Shinedown would be cool. Shinedown would be a good. Even doing a Hailstorm. I don't know if you listen to Hailstorm. They would be pretty cool to do. But yeah, just Panic at the Disco would be cool to do. I don't know, just a little bit of everything. I'm always open for anything. It's cool. Yeah.
What was the enjoyable part of going into a studio and recording your song we played earlier this evening?
Oh, Big Bad Wolf?
Yeah.
Well, with that song and just like going into any time in the studio, it's just you just got to make sure. I mean, personally for me, I just make sure that your parts are solid and you're confident with what you're doing. And we were excited just to like get it out there. So I mean, we were anxious to like get in there and get done. Which, by the way, it was recorded by Nick Borgers at World of Noise. And if you've never heard of him or you have heard of him, go check him out because that guy is boss. That guy is really good at what he does, and he is not as well known as he should be in Buffalo and around the world. I think that guy knows his stuff like a cat knows its butt. You know what I mean? Sorry, but you know what I mean. That guy's he's an awesome dude, and he's very fair, and he's a really good guy, very knowledgeable, and just I love going into the studio just to learn. You know what I mean? Better ways to record and better ways to just do a little bit of everything in the studio. I love studio. It's fun.
Did you guys help in the post-production process in terms of mixing the song, or did you just leave it all up to Nick to put together?
Nick is really cool the way he does it because what we do is, generically, you'll go in there, you'll take a rough take, and then you'll do drums and then bass, guitar, and finally vocals. So we did that. But one thing I really liked when we did the vocals is we did like the verse, all like there's 2 verses in there. You did each verse like 3 times, 2-3 times, and then you did the chorus 2 or 3 times, and you would literally have us, like myself, or if we were doing guitar, do guitar, bass, drums. We would literally be standing there, and he would play us a little section, like a little verse, little line, and we would pick out the best one. He's so picky, and he spends so many hours doing what he does, but that's why his product is, I think, is awesome. We are very happy in how it turned out, and we were involved, but that guy, he's really good. So we just were like, you can do what you do, and we'll have any critiques if we have them. We really didn't because it was awesome, so we were very happy with it.
Would you guys like to work with him again for other recorded material that you want to have done?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're always open to interpretation, so if there's a guy that wants to give us a try, or we want to give him a try, we'll probably like cut a song with him, see what he can do. But I love Nick. I would love to work with him again in the future, yeah. He's a good dude. Very nice guy.
What type of merchandise or stuff do you have for fans to check out or buy at the shows you guys do?
Well, right now we have buttons. Pretty cool. A little girly, but we don't care. We got buttons. It says Dollar Diplomacy, and obviously, hopefully it says that. It says Dollar Diplomacy, and then one guy's named Scott Bukowitz, who actually did our scrims at our show. The guy's a really nice guy, and he did a little pig in the middle. It was like a piggy bank, but there was a strap around it, so it was like strap cash. That was pretty cool. And we got that, and then we have that's sold for $1, and then we have a CD that has 6 songs on it. 1 is recorded, which is Big Bad Wolf, and then we have 5 live tunes, and we sell that for $1. And so far, and plus like other tickets to shows, but so far that's what we got right now. And we got in the incoming year, we got T-shirts, hopefully some wristbands coming, just a little bit of everything, you know, be unique, but also get the merchandise out there because, you know, people wear clothes, so get them a T-shirt. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
You should get you a T-shirt. Yeah.
Hey, I'd love one.
We really would love one.
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
What do you guys like to do outside of playing music?
Sleep. Sleep's good. You know, we're all very, very busy people. Personally, for me, I love to just listen to music. Besides playing, I love listening. I'm on my iPod or YouTube or whatever. Constantly just listening to new music and trying to get new bands out there. But I work a lot. I work at Wegmans, and I go to school at Fredonia and hang out with my girlfriend. She'd kill me if I didn't see her, so, you know, got to make time for that, you know, it's cool. But, no, I mean, I love spending as much time with, you know, my girlfriend and my family and friends as possible, because that's really important. And the other guys, too, you know, they love chilling, hanging out, writing music, and just having fun, living a life.
Do you guys have outside activities that you like to do besides music?
Like, as a band?
As a band, as well as yourself individually.
Some of my favorite things to do, I love to go running. I love going to the gym. See what else. As a band, we love to eat food. You know, that's always important. Usually before a show, we go eat food at wherever local. I mean, at the waiting room, there's like a Mighty Taco down the road, so we were all over that. No, we're just very like chill guys. We're not really crazy. Besides up on stage, that's where we let it all out. But before, you know, we just like chilling, hanging out, talking, and it's cool. We're kind of boring, but we don't care. It's fun.
Boring. You guys are very fun. You know,
Thank you.
Again, guys, I got a chance to meet them at their show a couple weeks ago. They're great guys.
Awesome guys. I love the guys. They're like brothers to me, and we get along very well. And I don't know what I do without them. They're really good people. We're
gonna have more with Brad in just a moment. We'd like to give you the national sports headline. Brad, are you like a sports person? Do you like watching sports, attending sporting events?
You know, I'm like one of those guys that doesn't have like a fantasy football or baseball. I'm really out of the loop. My dad is like all over that, but I love watching sports because I grew up, you know, playing hockey, football. I was a water boy in football. That was a lot of fun. Baseball, soccer, running, you know. But I try to stay up to date on football as much as I can because I love football. Football's awesome, but I love watching and attending sports, but I'm horrible at keeping up to date on all that stuff. I feel like I have no idea what's going on. I just asked if, like, Roger Clemens played still, and apparently he doesn't, so I'm like, oh, felt really awkward. But it was cool. Everyone has to learn.
Yes,
you know?
they do.
It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's right into What are you hoping for dollar diplomacy in about 10 years?
10 years. Wow. I don't even know what's going on tomorrow.
What are your hopes?
Hopes,
much?
You know, change, you know, we're always, everything's, you know, things are going to change, and we just hope that, you know, we're very dedicated, you know, to this, and hopefully, you know, we're still playing, and hopefully, you know, bigger than what we are, and playing around the world. That'll be a lot of fun. I mean, a goal for us is to play, you know, everywhere in the world. That'll be a lot of fun, but just to keep, you know, playing music and just get our music out there to the people because, you know, that's what we want to do, and we'll do anything in our power that we can to get there. So hopefully in 10 years, you know, I'll be almost 30. What? Probably have a kid or something. You know, hopefully.
Would you like to at some point have a family and
you know,
just not settle down but have sort of that family life to go along with the music career?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a huge family guy, so, you know, hopefully, you know, I have a kid or two, and I've always wanted, it may sound really weird coming from a guy who's almost 20, but I've always wanted to be a dad because I idolize my parents, so just seeing, like, what they do and, you know, how hard it is to be a parent, you know, I think that would be really cool to do one day. It's like a full-time job, but you don't get paid for it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I think it'll be a lot of fun someday. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'm gonna put that on my bucket list or something. Yeah. My to-do list. No pun intended, but.
The bigger question would be, would you have your dollar diplomacy be the wedding band?
Yeah, you know, we'll bust out a jam or two. Yeah, I think I like that. I think hopefully, Amanda, she'd be like, stop playing music for once, and I'll be like, sorry, it's fun. She goes, what about me? Go sit at the table. It's okay. Set the silverware. It's okay. But no, I think that'll be cool. Just play like a song or two. I think that'll be cool. Yeah. Oh man.
Hey, you never know. That's the beauty. You never know what the future can hold.
You really can. You really can, man.
What shows do you guys have coming up for Diplomacy?
We were supposed to have a show this Saturday, but at Limericks, but that had to get rescheduled. It was out of our control with the venue. But that's hopefully going to be at the end of December. We got one coming up at Broadway Joe's on the 9th of November. We got a show in the works right now that we can't really tell anything because it's not official yet, but it is. But look for a holiday show coming up at the end of December. That's all I can say. And then we got some stuff working up for early January right now, which is really cool. We're really excited about it, and we'll release them very soon. And shows, we're a live band, and we love playing shows more than anything. You know what I mean? Like, I love recording, but if I could play a show every single day of my life, I would. Just because playing shows is fun. We just had a show last night at the Forum, and it was fun. We had a good time.
What is, like, your favorite place to do a show at?
Any place that would let us. You know what I mean? Without yelling at us. Personally, for me, my favorite place to play, I always look forward to the Waiting Room in Buffalo. We played there 3 times, and, I love the venue. After Dark Events, they're great people, very fun to work with. Forum, we play there a lot. Broadway Joe's with For the Music Productions. They're really good. Just anywhere, I really don't. But Waiting Room will probably be my favorite venue we played, but I don't know. I look forward to playing all venues. I think they're a lot of fun. Yeah.
Has there been one show so far that you consider to be the best show that you ever done?
Well, I always think we get better show by show, just with little stuff. But favorite show? Sorry. Probably one of the shows we did at the Waiting Room. I think those were a lot of fun. And I don't know, it's just, yeah. For me, I never get nervous, but I always get anxious at the Waiting Room, because a lot of national bands play there, so it's like, oh, I just want to get up on that stage. But, I don't know. I think, the last show that we did at the Waiting Room was a really good one. Really liked that one. It was fun.
Do you think the Waiting Room has helped with Buffalo music since there have been a lot of venue closures within the past year or two?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you had Infinity close. Infinity closed a month after we played, and people were blaming it on us. But I'm like, whatever, man. But no, it was Mohawk closed, back in January, and I think Sound Lab closed. So that was 3 music venues that closed, and definitely opening up the Waiting Room helped. It's a good... If you've never been to the Town Ballroom or Mohawk Place, Mohawk Place was really small. Town Ballroom's a good, decent size, and its Waiting Room is right in the middle. It holds 450, I think. That's the maximum capacity, and it's a great venue. And I think it definitely helps a lot of bands, because there's a lot of national bands that come through, and just to hop on those shows is really important. So it's fun. Yeah.
Very, very nice. So we're gonna have more with Brad coming up here just a little bit before we get into our next spot. Right there by Olivia Newton-John here on the Record Store on Hawk Radio. Before that, we had No One Like You by the Scorpions. Rod Stewart with Do Ya Think I'm Sexy? And leading off that last block was the Crossroads by Cream.
Old slow hand there.
Oh, that was Clapton doing the vocals, Chris, on
Yes.
that song with the Crossroads. Great supergroup trio, Clapton, Jack Bruce, and Ginger Baker.
Ginger Baker. Yeah.
And again, you're here in the Record Store here on Hawk Radio on this Monday evening. I'm Mark Morris. Chris Jackson is here recording today's show. We have Brad from Dollar Diplomacy in the house this evening. Brad, thank you so much for taking the time out and coming on the show.
Oh, dude. You're welcome, man. It's been fun. I've had a good time. It's been fun. I love it. It's fun.
Glad you've enjoyed your time here this evening, here, Brad. Again, we got a little bit of time here left on the Record Store this evening. Coming up at the top of the hour, we have DJ G Erica with her show The Connection from 8 till 11 p.m. And then on Tuesday and Thursday evenings, Against the Grain from 6 to 8 p.m. And Nerdfighters Unite from 8 till 10 p.m. all here on Hawk Radio. And Brad, you ready to do some rapid fire questions?
Rapid fire.
It's the first answer that comes to your head, okay?
Oh.
It's that type of stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. Hit me, man.
All right.
Hit me one more time.
All right.
Hit me one more time.
Do you want me to do like a stopwatch effect? Or
Oh,
no?
God.
I don't think
I am really nervous right now.
Alright, it's not necessary.
It sounds like it'll go really, really bad.
You're just gonna.
All right, hit me, buddy.
All right. What is like your favorite late snack?
Chips.
Just plain chips or chips with dip?
Plain, like my soul. No, just plain chips. That's what I do. And water.
Can't go wrong with that.
Got to substitute, yeah.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Favorite actress or actor or both?
Ooh. Favorite actress would have to be Emma Stone. I have a weakness for her. Sorry. That sounded really bad. Favorite actor, I think, would have to be Will Ferrell. That guy's hilarious. I love Will Ferrell. He's great.
Favorite thing to do besides playing music and being at school?
Probably, I don't know, it's gonna sound really cliche, hanging with my girlfriend. It's like the only thing that separates me from work and school and band, so, oh, it's good. And hanging out with family, it's fun.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie would have to be, it's an old one, but Accepted? Remember that movie when they had to make up their own college?
I don't think I ever saw that.
Oh my.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Oh, it gets me every time. I love that film. That's hilarious.
Favorite TV show, current or past?
Favorite TV show that's current is probably How I Met Your Mother. Love it. But favorite past TV show is That 70s Show.
Oh, that's a great
my
show.
Yes.
Laugh my tail off.
Yeah.
Love that show.
They made a car that runs on water. It's got fiberglass air cooler.
Yeah.
Water.
Dude. And then Kelso's just, yeah.
Yeah, Kelso, they got high at the
Oh my
cool
God.
guy,
Yeah. My foot in your butt. Or something.
That's red.
Yeah, I love that.
Favorite Buffalo eatery?
Like restaurant?
Yes.
Favorite Buffalo restaurant have to be Red Robin or Applebee's. Or Longhorn. Longhorn's my nickname.
How about all good places, good national stuff that we have here in our area. What about just local place in general, local restaurant?
Local restaurant? There's one place I haven't gone to enough, but I want to go even more, is a local place in Eden. It serves gluten-free pizza. It's horrible because I don't even know the name, but I've gone there once, and I could eat there, so I'm like, I love this place. And I forget the name. It's like off Main Street or something, or 62, something like that, but it's really awesome. Yeah.
Favorite vacation spot that you ever want to go to?
Favorite vacation spot that I've been to, I want to go to.
You want to go to?
I want to go to somewhere in New York City or New Orleans. New Orleans probably be, yeah, that's my number one. I love New Orleans. I've always wanted to go there.
Favorite car?
Favorite car? My car, because it's mine. Lorraine, its name is. But I'm probably going to get a new car. I like Chevy Cruzes. I don't know, they're nice. They run good. They don't fall apart on you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good gas mileage.
And finally, if you were stuck in some sort of foxhole, who would you want to have with you to help you get out?
Can it just be a foxhole or any hole?
Any hole in general, really.
Oh.
I just had to word it just to have something.
Repeat the question. If I was stuck in a foxhole, what?
If you're in a foxhole, who would you want with you to help you get out of that?
One of my best friends, Brett, because he's really strong. That may sound really bad, but I don't care. He's strong. We need strong people. Chia.
Can't go wrong with that.
I'm doing that chia thing tonight. It's my niche. Chia. I did it again. We're gonna wrap this all up with Brad in just a couple of moments here, but let's get back into a little local music here. Jess Chiswick from her debut EP, Shine a Light On. This is the Coffee Song. Backbone by the Tins
there on their self-titled EP right there here on the record store on Hawk Radio. Before that, we had the Coffee Song by Jess Chiswick here. And we're just about ready to wrap things up for this Monday evening here on the record store. We'd like to thank Brad from Dollar Diplomacy for coming on the show this evening.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I had a blast. A lot of fun.
Certainly glad that you enjoyed coming on this evening. Can you just tell our listeners where they can find the latest news, music, and everything about Dollar Diplomacy?
Yeah, guys, just we're on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Dollar Diplomacy. We're on Twitter, at Dollar Diplomacy, but substitute the Y with an I because the Y was taken. So follow us on Twitter. Check us for the upcoming shows, and we'll be there. Come out to a show and have fun.
And we got our own. Thanks for that, Brad. And we'll make sure people check out all the latest news and things from Dollar Diplomacy. We got our own DJ. Eric has just walked in here into our.